is he shooting?
You know, that's it. 3 points.
3 points.
And when I started shooting 3-pointers, the referees didn't know what to do. and that's how the symbol for a 3-pointer came up. They said, "What are we going to do?"
Yeah, what are we going to do? I guess we give them 3 points.
They did like that. They said, "What do you?"
Yeah, it's thick this morning.
That's so
It's
funny.
thick this morning.
How y'all doing today?
We're doing well, sir.
Good. So anyway, back in the day in 42, no, I've got to adjust the cameras a little bit because I've got you on the podcast here, but I got Vic. I want Vic in here on this right now because he's acting like I can't play basketball. Have you ever seen me play?
I saw pictures. That's enough. I haven't seen you in action, but
Okay.
I don't.
Oh, wait a minute. I'm looking for your picture. You need a camera. Where's Kincade? Kincade. Oh, there you are
There
now.
it is.
Now you're back.
Okay.
Okay. Whew, man, I'm about to call 911. I said, somebody call the police. The police is not on camera. The police are not on camera. Hannah Sloan, how are you today?
I'm good. How are you, sir?
Good. Let me bring you up here because you're not on camera either.
Uh-oh.
Everything is just all joogied up today. There you are there, and I need to be down here. I should have been ready, but it's one of these things, ready or not, here you come. All right, now, I can bring the 3-shot up now. Boom, there we are. Let me close this down a little bit. I want to see your rank and file.
Might as well take a break
In his
now.
dress uniform.
Yes, that's it. And look, who's the TV spokesmodel today on the Crime Stoppers Crime of the Week? These individuals are with the liaisons for the Fayetteville, Cumberland County Crime Stoppers folks. Hannah Sloan is new to the area, but it's good to have you here. You're the new civilian PAO. I'm glad you're here because you got to keep
Thank
these
you.
guys straight. Has it been a challenge for you so far?
It's gone rather smoothly, so I will say that.
Okay. Well, who's going to give us the spiel? You know, I want you to give the spiel now. We're going to go to break, but do you have one or two?
I actually have 2 that are on the Crime Stoppers Facebook page. And, of course, when we come back, I would like to talk about some of our successes last week at our meeting. But there's 2 young men that are on the Facebook page. Both of them enter local businesses. And you can see them now if you go to the Fayetteville Cumberland County Crime Stoppers Facebook page. Both of them enter local businesses, and they both left these local businesses without paying for the merchandise that they stole. So we're just asking for the public for any information. Week after week, we came here with these folks that have been in these businesses and stole these items, and we have gotten tons of information to help detectives to solve these cases. So again, we're asking for the public's assistance to call at Crime Stoppers so we can pay some money. And like I said, I will talk about that later on because last week the Crime Stoppers board awarded more than $3,600 for tip money to go out. But if you go to the Fayetteville Cumberland County Crime Stoppers Facebook page, there's 2 individuals that are posted. As me and you have talked in the past, pictures aren't that great, but like I said, they are still identifiable to identify these young men and get them prosecuted.
You know, think about those pictures sometimes. The crime happens whenever it happened. They had on the clothes they had on. And then now, clearly, they probably changed. They're not wearing the same clothes. But there's someone who knows that Nike shirt. Yes. That's somebody that wears that. I know. I've seen that shirt. Or I've seen those shoes. Or whatever it might be. So the information is still relevant, even though the picture may be old. And for the life of me, I do not understand why these businesses do not upgrade their cameras. Because it's just about very inexpensive to get some of the pictures. I have 12 cameras at my house, and the Ring pictures are just phenomenal.
Yes.
In terms of what I can see. I can zoom in and see the K in Kincade on your shirt.
Yes.
Or is it a C? No, I'm just kidding.
I'm walking out.
All right, look, stay where you guys are. You're listening to News Talk 640 WFNC. We're going to have more about the Crime Stoppers Crimes of the Week and also about how you can submit anonymous tips and get some cash, or how you can do things to keep your community safe and use Crime Stoppers to do that. You're listening to News Talk 640 WFNC. Right now it's 8:21, and we've got Fayetteville's most dependable forecast with CBS 17 meteorologist Rachel Dunsing.
Today will be mostly sunny with a high temperature of 89 degrees. Tonight will be mostly clear with a low of 68, and Wednesday will be mostly sunny, but thunderstorms will arrive late in the day with a high of 92. Rain chances will increase Thursday and Friday as a weak cold front approaches the area. However, don't expect a major cool down with high temperatures staying in the upper 80s and low 90s. That is your Fayetteville forecast. I'm CBS 17 meteorologist Rachel Dunsing.
All right, Rachel, thank you so much. Hey, 67 degrees right now, Fayetteville, Hope Mills, and also in Grays Creek. You're listening to News Talk 640 WFNC.
Here's the deal. The government is over $38 trillion in debt, which means the IRS isn't slowing down. And the tax code is complex and unforgiving. So it's not surprising if you're one of the millions of Americans that owe back taxes to the IRS. Unfortunately, they're the world's most powerful collection agency, with the ability to garnish your wages, seize your bank accounts, and even take your home or business. But don't be stressed or worried any longer. We're Optima Tax Relief, America's most trusted tax resolution firm. We have resolved over $3 billion in tax debt for our clients. Our award-winning professionals deal with the IRS every single day, protecting our clients and preparing them for the best possible resolution. For tax help you need, for tax help you can trust, give Optima a call today.
Call 800-896-8155. 800-896-8155. 800-896-8155.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Want more customers to choose your business with confidence? Join the Greater Fayetteville Chamber's Consumer Protection Division and earn the blue check mark, your symbol of trust and professionalism. Certification shows your commitment to doing business the right way with verified credentials and accountability customers can see. It's more than a badge, it's a competitive advantage. Take your reputation to the next level. Visit FayeCPD.com or call the Greater Fayetteville Chamber at 910-483-8133.
To calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now.
800-575-4129.
Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS.
Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start.
Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems.
We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau.
You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com
or call 800-575-4129. That's 800-575-4129.
Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
When was the last time your CPA brought you a strategy that dramatically saved you taxes? This is Roger Harris, president of Whitehorse Financial. The two biggest robbers of wealth are debt and taxes. Our team of tax attorneys and tax planners help successful people legally pay less tax. If you have over $1 million in retirement accounts or you're selling a business or real estate, we may be able to help. Call 910-339-2625 for a 15-minute discovery call or visit whitehorse-financial.com.
Good morning, Fayetteville with Gilbert Bays on WFNC News Talk 640 AM and now at 103.5 HD2. Your information crossroads. WFNC.
News Talk 640. Don't yet. Doom, doom, doom. Who was that? Doom, doom, doom.
Temptations.
No, I was trying to get KINCADE here.
Oh,
Hannah
okay.
knew.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. There's certain songs, if you give one beat, you know what the song is.
I'm sorry. Well, I was going to start
Doom,
singing.
doom,
You
doom.
know. I know my lovely bride is listening, so I was going to start singing to her.
No.
No.
I mean,
Okay.
Hannah, I have you on screen by yourself because the last thing I'm going to give him a microphone.
If he starts singing,
and-
I'm out.
Yeah, no, but you know what? He is right. He has a wonderful bride and just beautiful family.
Thank
I
you.
enjoy your pictures on Facebook, where
Thank
you
you,
guys
sir.
are sharing stuff and stuff like that. Continue to do that. I only had one picture of my dad, or two pictures. And thanks to ChatGPT and other AI, I've been able to make pictures of me and my dad down in Miami. And so it's pretty neat to do that kind of stuff. All right, it has absolutely nothing to do with what we're here about. But that's the neat thing about radio. We can talk about anything we want. You're here because you are the liaison of the Fayetteville, Cumberland County Crime Stoppers. You said you had two. You told us about one.
Yes.
You want to share the other one?
Well, it was the same kind of crime, but both of them, like I said, both of them walk into local businesses. There's two men pictured. Both of them walked into different businesses on different days. Of course, one of them happened this past weekend. I'm not going to say it's a coincidence right before school starts that he stole $600 worth of clothing. However, it's just one of those things. But he walked into a business on Scarborough Road, the first young man pictured. A very identifiable hat. We were talking about earlier, clothes and identifications, how you can make this person, make him out. So please call Crime Stoppers, give that information. Then another young man, he has a very distinctive hairstyle. So you can point out his hairstyle, and I'm sure somebody knows who this young man is who also walked into a business in Freedom Town Center. And stole some items from a business over there. So give Crime Stoppers a call so we can give out some money like we did last week. That's what I was really wanting to get to, because last week we have our monthly meeting the third Thursday of every month. And the Crime Stoppers board awarded more than it was actually $3,600 and $3,660 on tips. And these were just for 3 tips that were awarded this month. For last month, for July. And these were just various tips that led to significant arrests. One of them was very significant. It was more than $2,000 that was awarded to that person. So like I said, I do urge people to contact Crime Stoppers. The program does work, and trust me, the Crime Stoppers board, they love giving away money. I've never seen people that work as hard as they do to earn the money that they get, but as soon as they earn it, they want to give it away.
Yeah, and I'm pulled up the page right there, and I was looking at some of the pictures of the folks. So these folks who went in and walked out with $600 worth of clothing, it's obviously not stuffing it under their shirt. They just walked out with it over their arms? Or
if you look at the picture, this young man, he has it right in his left arm, and he's walking right out the front door.
And part of the problem with this happening is the fact that, and I have all 3 of us up on the camera, and Hannah, you can jump in if you want, is the fact that a crime like that, under $1,000, is a misdemeanor. It's not a felony. And so they don't have much of a punishment to do. I mean, I don't want to even have a misdemeanor as far as that's concerned. But there's some folks who are habitual criminals who say, a misdemeanor, I can handle that.
Well, I'm glad you said that word, because when they are convicted, when they are arrested and convicted of multiple times of larceny, they become a habitual criminal, and that makes that a felony. So even if they steal something, or even if they're trespassed, this person may have been trespassed from this business before. If he's trespassed and goes back into that business to steal something, that makes that an automatic felony. So like I said, that's why it's important. It may be a felony this time, a misdemeanor this time, but the next time it could be a felony.
And what's the difference in terms of the significance of having that on your record as opposed to misdemeanor?
Well, a felony lasts, like I said, unless you get your record expunged, a felony lasts with you for everything you're going to do the rest of your life. It can affect your job. It can affect you, if you're young, affect you going in the military, getting into college, getting certain government programs. So that's just something you don't want on your record.
All right. And Hannah, you've been with the department now, a couple of months or how long?
A couple of weeks. So this
Couple
is
of weeks.
week 4, I think.
Week 4. What do you came from the Kentucky area?
Yes, Lexington.
And what are you noticing about this area? You did the same type job in Lexington. What's different about this community as opposed to where you were?
I think, to be honest, Lexington is so they were an urban county government. So county for county, you're around the same size. The only difference is this is probably more of a military community, obviously with Fort Bragg. But the people and everything are, it's the same. And you see the same things. We had Crime Stoppers there as well. I can tell you it's a great program. But shoplifting, it impacts the businesses, especially those small businesses. When people take, it doesn't matter if they take over $1,000, but sometimes $500 and $600 worth of items can be detrimental to, especially a small business in the community. So I'm putting that out there. But so far, I really loved it here in Fayetteville, and I'm really happy to be here.
Well, and we talk about it impacting the business. It impacts the consumer as well, because the price and the loss has to be passed on to someone, and it ends up normally being passed on to the consumer. And that's the thing about it. One more thing before I give you guys the boot here, give you an opportunity to talk about Crime Stoppers and the ability to use it before you even, why you may suspect a crime. And then, so talk about that importance of how you do that if you have drugs in the neighborhood or something like that. Who wants to take that one?
Well, I will. So that is, the tips that we had last week that were awarded. All three of them. One was for gambling in somebody's residence in a local, just in a regular neighborhood. They noticed the cars lining up. They noticed they were there for long periods of time. But they also noticed those were not residents of that particular house. So they gave the Crime Stoppers a tip. Cumberland County Sheriff's Office went out and investigated, conducted a search warrant. 45 gambling machines were taken out of the house. 45.
This was just a house.
This was just a house, just a residence. So, all the rooms, like I said, there was obviously no furniture in that house. It was just the gambling machines. The other two tips that were awarded, like I said, was also same kind of thing. People driving up next door, stay for a few minutes, somebody comes out the house, maybe something happens, say, hey, how you doing, whatever. And next thing you know, that car leaves. And they noticed that multiple times a day. Those tips, like I said, the Crime Stoppers awarded over $3,600 last week just for information like that, just because somebody saw something and they said something.
And the neat thing about the Fayetteville portion, and you mentioned the Cumberland County is starting to do this, or it hasn't been approved yet. Well, it used to be 2,000, now it's 5,000. Tell us about that. So
for any significant crime, murder, rape, something like that, they will award more than $2,000. It's up to $5,000 for inside the city limits of Fayetteville. And like I said, Cumberland County is working very diligently to match that. Now, this was one of the tips was like $2,200. But the Crime Stoppers Board, they didn't want to ask the city for that reimbursement. It was just a few $100s. They said, no, we'll take that because it wasn't it was a huge drug bust that was conducted with the search warrant. But like I said, the Crime Stoppers Board, because they're a phenomenal group of individuals, they said, nope, we'll take that, we'll pay it because that was a great tip that led to a significant arrest.
All right, you guys come in here every week, so we're going to update our WFNC Crime Stoppers Crime of the Week with the new information that we have. Did you send me an email on that, or is it in my...
I did not send you an email. I just posted it, but I will.
Okay. Yeah, and look, if you remember to do that, because we're on the podcast, I can put those pictures up as well if I get that email, and we can show them while we're doing the podcast live, which really makes for a neat thing. All right, Antoine and Hannah, thank you so much. Always a pleasure to have you guys here on the showgram. You can go home. I want you and you out there in the back.
I need witnesses.
You say nothing but a word.
I need some witnesses. You ain't gonna get the ball.
Let's let it begin.
Let's let
it begin.
You grabbed a little basketball.
I have a little basketball because I have a little competition I'm gonna have to deal with.
Okay.
And look for those of you at home, don't try this. This is the helicopter pass.
Oh my God! Here we go.
That's all right. Hey, that's okay. Do not try that at home. Only the most experienced people can throw the helicopter pass. Laughing at me. As a matter of fact, I'm taking y'all all off the camera. You're listening to News Talk 640 WFNC. And right now we have local news with CBS 17.